Hello, everyone, our course instructor, as well as my classmates. This is Baraka Sefu from Ethiopia, a student in University of the People, and I will be presenting you about applying Kant's categorical imperative to handing in an assignment written by an AI. So, in this assignment or in this presentation, about deontological ethics, I'll explain the three formulations of categorical imperative, and we will go with some real-world scenarios and um, application of each formulation to those real-world scenarios, as well as ethics evaluation and conclusion. So I will invite you to be with me until the end of this presentation. Have a nice time. So let's start from the Kant's deontology. Kant's approach to ethics is called deontology, okay, which comes from the Greek word deon. It has a meaning of duty. So for Kant, morality is not about what brings the best results only. It's also about doing the right thing because of its right. Okay, a morally good act for personal benefit. Okay, the key point or the key question here is: could I want everyone to do what I'm about to do? Okay, could I want everyone to do what I'm about to do? This is a question. The other thing is uh, the can't call this morality as the categorical imperative because it's categorical because it applies to everyone and conditionally for everyone uh, and not only categorical. Okay, so what is the formulation? We have to see the formulation. So the first formulation is called the universal. The universal law of first formulation of categorical imperative says at the time at the same time that it should become a universal. This means before doing something, ask, what if everyone acted like this? Okay. If the answer leads to contradiction or would make society impossible, then it's morally wrong. It's morally wrong. The other thing, or the second formulation, is called humanity as an end. It says act in such a way that you treat humanity, whether in your own person or in any other, always at the same time as an end or never merely as means. This means respecting each person's dignity. Okay, we have to respect each person's dignity or rationality. The third formula, it says uh, the kingdom of angels. Okay? This formulation asks us to imagine a moral community, a kingdom of angels. Okay, in this ideal community, everyone follows moral laws that they could also will for everyone else. This means acting not only as someone obeying morals, but also as someone who helps create them through. Okay, so what is the scenario? Okay, what the scenario? Let us say a student submits an assignment written by an AI system and claims it's at their own work. The instructor assumes that the paper reflects the student understanding and effort. On the surface, the student might gain a good grade, okay? But the act involves deception. It involves dishonesty, misrepresentation, pretending that someone else is working on it, okay? So applying the first formulation, which is universal law, let us test. I mean, we ask, what if everyone submitted AI written work? If everyone did, education would lose its meaning, yes? Teachers couldn't measure learning, and the entire academic system would collapse. Therefore, this maxim, it's okay to submit AI work as my own, cannot be universalized. This is the first one. Applying to second formulation or second law, submitting AI work dishonestly, the student is using the instructor and the university merely as tools to gain grades, to be graded. There is no respect for the teacher as well as for the school, uh, for the teacher as a rational evaluator or for the institution. It also respects the student's own rational capacity. So, because by refusing to engage in real learning, this action violates both self-respect as well as respect for the others also. The other one, the third formulation in Kingdom of Indus, every act or everyone's act from principle they could share with a person who cheats with AI cannot rationally wish for everyone else to do the same, because then honestly and fairness will disappear through time. A community don't this cannot survive as you have to go with that. Okay. When we look at all three formulations together, the conclusion is clear, very clear. Handing is handing in an assignment written by AI apology universalized. It treats others as mere means. It undermines the community of mutual trust that education depends on. So, according to Kant, morality is about doing one's duty out of respect for moral law, not for fear of punishment. I'm sorry. Okay, this is all about my presentation. Thank you for your time, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.